Have you ever wondered why you can scroll for an hour but can't work for 10 minutes? Be honest. You tell yourself you'll start in a minute, then a minute turns into an hour, then the day feels wasted. And the worst part? You feel guilty. You call yourself lazy. You promise you'll try harder tomorrow. But tomorrow comes and the same thing happens again. That cycle is not random. And if you don't break it, weeks pass, then months pass, and the goals you care about stay exactly where they are. Because progress doesn't come from big bursts of motivation. It comes from starting, even when you don't feel ready. And here's what most people never realize. You are not avoiding the task. You are avoiding the feeling the task creates. When you think about the gym, you feel the effort. When you think about studying, you feel the pressure. When you think about writing that email, you feel the fear of getting it wrong. Your brain jumps to the uncomfortable part. So, it protects you. It pushes you toward what feels easy, what feels safe. Scrolling feels safe. Starting feels risky. That invisible wall you feel before you begin, that's the real problem. And most people try to break that wall with motivation. But motivation is unreliable. Some days you feel it, most days you don't. So instead of trying to feel ready, you shrink the starting line. This is the 5-minute rule. Pick the task, set a timer for 5 minutes, and tell yourself one important thing. I am allowed to stop when the timer ends. That permission is the real trick. Because now your brain relaxes. 5 minutes of reading feels light. 5 minutes at the gym feels doable. 5 minutes of writing feels small. You're not climbing the whole mountain. You're just taking one step. And when you take that step, something powerful happens. There's something in psychology called the Zeigarnik Effect. It means your brain hates unfinished tasks. Before you begin, there is no tension. But the moment you start, your brain switches. From avoidance mode to completion mode. Now there's tension. Now your mind wants to keep going. That's why 5 minutes often turns into 30 or more. Now that might sound theoretical, so let me show you what it looked like for me. There was a time I avoided writing a YouTube script for almost 2 weeks. It was for a video I knew I had to post. Every day I told myself I wasn't ready and pushed it to tomorrow. One night I said, just outline the first few points. 5 minutes, then stop. I worked for almost 2 hours. The script got finished that night. The task didn't change. My starting line did. Now you might ask, what if I really stop after 5 minutes? Then you stop. That's still progress, because you practiced starting without drama. And that skill matters more than forcing yourself for hours. The person who goes to the gym every day isn't more motivated than you. They've just made the start smaller than the excuse. Real discipline is quieter. It's lowering the barrier so much that action feels easier than avoidance. So here's what I want you to do. Not tomorrow, not Monday, tonight. Pick one thing you've been avoiding. Set a 5-minute timer and begin. If you stop after 5 minutes, fine. But if you don't try at all, tomorrow will look exactly like today. 5 minutes. That's it. Your brain will do the rest.